Welcome to Pulp Mortem, the search for lost science fiction classic.
Daddy,
Oh, hey honey, what do you need?
I was playing Pokemon outside and I saw a spider and I'm scared.
What do you want me to do about it?
Come squish it.
No, Daddy's busy.
Please, Daddy, come squish it. The spider walked on my Pokemon.
It's okay.
Daddy, please come squish it.
It's not really that big of a deal.
Daddy!
Listen, do you think Daddy has forgotten the last time you sent him outside to kill a spider?
Stupid spider! Spider! Stupid spider! Stupid spider!
This one's littler.
Baby, Daddy knows that you're just trying to off me for my insurance policy. Right?
Yeah.
But first, a little bit about the author. Rex Dean Levie was an American author born February 28, 1938, and he died in 2013 at the age of 75. Levy received his bachelor's in history, and from what I can put together, he was just a businessman who had a wild idea about some bugs. This is his only published work. Not much, but that brings us to The Insect Warriors. Paul was a hunter-explorer, venturing off the tiny island fortress of his tribe and making his way through the wilderness inhabited only by giant insects 10 times the size of a man. Loosely protected by chitin armor and striking with a spear doubly barbed with spider venom, Tall fought to find a new home for his people. But as he roamed, he became more and more aware that mankind was a stranger in this insect world, that there were no other creatures remotely like men. Then where had his people come from? As he followed the trail of the almost mythical 10 who had founded his tribe, Paul found more and more mysteries, and death in more forms than he had ever imagined. The Insect Warriors is an original story first published by Ace Books in 1965. I have the only English printing, is 143 pages, and originally cost 40 cents. The cover artist, unfortunately, is uncredited, which is a shame because I'm certain the cover is the only reason why anybody bought this book. I'm finding that for these single printing obscure books, nobody really knows what to charge for them. So I looked online, and this thing, I've seen it sell for a couple bucks, all the way up to $100, which is insanity. Don't pay $100. So you ask, what is this businessman with his bachelor's in history doing writing a little bug book? Well, he tells us on the cover flap. I can't remember just which of the spate of giant insect movies that came out in the late 50s and early 60s it was, but one night a bunch of us at a small camp in Germany were coming back from the theater when an argument got started as to just how big an insect could get. I dug into the limited faculties of the base library to find out, and after an argument was settled, I happened to hit an article by Dr. Carl Menninger discussing the problem of size. This novel was the ultimate result. Ooh, you guys ready to dive in? After all, Rex Dean Levie went to the library. Full transparency about this book. I was reading it, was nearly finished, virtually finished with it. A chapter or two to go, and I had set it down on the couch. My daughter, not my beautiful daughter that you saw earlier in the video, my other daughter, she came, grabbed the book, set it on the floor so she could sit in that spot of the couch, and then proceeded to throw up all over it. I couldn't even see it. My notepad, that is. Luckily, it missed the book, but my notepad was absolutely destroyed, and my notepad is what I had all of my notes.
Well, obviously.
I'm not going to reread this because, in all honesty, this was a bit of a slog to get through. So we're not going to have the good, the bad, the fun. We're not going to have any of those sections. I'm just going to highlight some of my thoughts about this book. This is probably going to be a short review unless I really ramble, which I'm going to try not to. And, here we go. This is really strange because if I was to explain this to you, it would sound like there's constant action because they're constantly our heroes, tall and his clever, which is not his brother, maybe his cousin or something. I can't remember. Tall and clever. Um, they're going on these missions, these quests. The first half of the book is to find stronger types of venom. So they're literally going from one bug encounter to the next, to the next, to the next, which makes sense because if you go outside, you're going to see bugs every, how many bugs are you going to find in a square meter? A lot, right? And that's how the story is. They go from bug to bug to bug and they fight them all. They're all trying to kill them. Now, this sounds like, well, that could be action packed. And it would sound like that if I explained it. But it's so strange because this is full of action and also let me rephrase that. Constant action with no action. And so we will read that they find a wolf spider emerges from its trap in the ground, and then they kill it. But we don't actually see that happen. It's all in dialogue. So Clever will say, "Oh, look at that wolf spider over there." And then Tall will say, "Wow, good thing we stabbed it in the head and killed it like that." Constantly. We're never actually shown what's happening. In addition, the dialogue is just it's not good. It's not good at all. Uh, because we're never actually this world, which sounds, I mean, how imaginative can this be? Like you're in the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You're shrunken down in this insect world. It sounds like it's cool. It's a cool premise. But Levy either didn't know, I think he probably didn't know. He wasn't a writer. He didn't know how to put us in that world. He didn't understand that, hey, you actually have to describe things. And so, like I said, everything is in dialogue. But even the dialogue, we don't know. It's not like Carl was in a room and then this person came into a room or a hut. It's never said or anything. And so somebody will start talking and then another character will join in and then another character. And so it's not like there's a dynamic conversation between two or between three or between four. It's then Tall said this, and then Shorty said these are all that's another funny thing. All their names here are ridiculous. There's Tall. Why is he called Tall? Because he's 6'10". It's really tall. There's Clever because he's an inventor. There's Roofer because he makes roofs. This is the one part I was upset got destroyed. The list of all the ridiculous names because they're either their profession or their physical description. The problem is like typically names you get when you're just a little baby. So stupid. So anyway, yeah. So we'll have Shorty and Runt and Greedy and Smiley and Toothy and all these people will be will say one line and then say another and then say another. And so it gets to the point where you're like, is this a conversation with literally like 100 people? Except so everybody's name is either what they look like or their profession or what they do. Like there's Potter, but then there's like Wick Potter. It's really weird. There is somebody named Grandpa who's an old man, which that makes sense, but like that was his name when he was a baby, Grandpa. Um, oh, and there's also Perry Mason. Somebody named Perry Mason. Nobody else has a surname, but spelled Parray. So not that Perry Mason, which Perry Mason came out a few years before this. Yeah, really stupid. Paul is stupid strong, incredibly strong. To the point that I'm reading this and I'm like, is he like giving them ant strength? Because he's thinking like maybe because they're really small, they're really strong like ants. The problem is not all bugs are super strong like ants, right? And so, but he'll like, for instance, he'll he'll throw this spear that's 25 feet long and has the venom sacs on the end of it are 2 gallons, 2 gallons of venom. And that's another thing that was throwing me off was the measurements were like he wouldn't do an equivalent for them being small. They would do like actual gallons and feet, and he could jump 30 feet in the air. And at one point, he picked up a buddy and they ran 30 miles, wow, over 30 miles an hour. And his bow that he would use has a 15-ton pole. And I'm reading this, I'm like, is he just making up numbers? Is he just making things? I really can't think of anything else I want to talk about this horrible book. It was so boring for a book that is just fighting bugs from start to finish on this, and these people going on this quest. We're not actually explained why they're going on this quest. We know they find hints that, oh, maybe there were people that were bigger. They find a giant skeleton at the end at one point, but nothing is explained. They go to a city. The city is not explained. I don't know what it looks like. It's just not. It's not good. It's not well done. And worse than all of that was just what a slog this was to get through. I had a really hard time getting through this, and if I wasn't reviewing it, I'd have DNF'd it. So what's the verdict? Return to Pulp. I wanted this to be a pulpy good time, but it just sucked. It wasn't offensive, but it just doesn't have a single redeeming quality. It's boring, it's dull. Sure, the cover is fine, but that's not enough to save it this time. And that is my review of The Insect Warriors. And I just realized that I spent more time filming that stupid intro than I did reviewing this book. But have you ever read this? Let us know in the comments. Or maybe, no, that's a bad question. Who cares about this book? Let us know if there's a good giant insect book I should have read. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you all next time with Spikos 4, which hopefully has no giant bugs.